The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Was an NFL Network host out of line with his criticism for the New York Jets? We'll talk about that and much more. Boy Green's going to join us. It's the Jake Asman Show, live on a Thursday. Let's hit it and get it started. Man, our Jets are primed to win another offseason, baby. We bleed Jets green each and every day. Will the playoff drought finally end? Kings of the offseason, baby. This is what we do. At least we have Garrett Wilson. We have Breece Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chats, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinn Williams. Prepare to be underdogs. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show. Here we go, here on a Thursday. Welcome in, everybody. Stop what you're doing and make sure that if you are not a subscriber to the channel, you do so. Ladies and gentlemen, we're presented today by Huga House. Major League Baseball, the season resumes tomorrow. Be like All-Star Max Fried and rock a Huga House hat, baby. I'm rocking their performance line hats right now. You can get yours 20% off when you use the promo code ASMAN at checkout. Once again, Huga House, I've been rocking their hats now for well over a year. You can get yours discounted. They just dropped a bunch of brand new hats this week at HugaHouse.com. Promo code ASMAN. Shout out to Huga House for helping me save money and helping you guys save 20% on your hats. Let's say hello right now to one of the greats. He talks about the Jets every single day on his channel. We're doing the simulcast on both our channels right now. Boy Green joins us. BG, how we feeling, man? Sauce, Garrett, locked up long term. Jets got some positivity heading into camp next week.
Jake freaking Asman. Hell yeah, baby. I'm fired up. Saucy's locked in. J-Dub's locked in. Jamin Sherwood's locked in. Now we just got to get that Mason Taylor bastard on that rookie contract thing, which, by the way, there was some stuff last night, which seems like it's bubbling in the right direction. So it seems amazing that everything's sort of lining up here. No drama, no Hassan Reddick bullshit this year. Just football. It feels great.
I'm right there with you. So I certainly want to get your thoughts on both deals. In fact, the Jets themselves actually made the Garrett Wilson contract official on their end, so it is a done deal. Sauce has been done for a couple days. We already have all the cap numbers that officially been submitted to Over the Cap, but I want to play you some sound. Now, you have not heard this, so I think it's great to get your unfiltered initial reaction. Kyle Brandt, Good Morning Football host, on his podcast that's also through the NFL Network, was reacting to the Jets signing Sauce and Garrett Wilson long-term. And this was Brandt's opinion on the Jets getting those deals done.
Great. You stuck the landing a few years ago. You signed your players. I need to see some sort of progress, anything, other than we sign guys and then we're paying them a lot of money and they're good. We've had those guys. We know what they're like on the field. We know what you're like with them on the field. I can't do backflips here in New York City because Sauce and Garrett are signed. I'll do backflips when they're actually playing a game that matters in December, and it's really time. So great job. I hate to be such a cynic, but it's really time to start winning with those guys now that you're paying them.
Fair criticism, Boy Green, or is he just pooping on the Jet fans' parade right now?
So a couple of things here. The initial stuff seems like there's a lot of heat and a lot of like, man, you just don't know. You're just not in the Jet Kingdom, I guess, which is crazy because Good Morning Football naturally is here in New York. So you would think that they would know. But like, this doesn't happen, right? Like, we're celebrating as Jet fans. Yeah, we re-sign our guys. And other NFL people are like, yeah, shouldn't you? And we're like, yes, but it hasn't happened. So like, this is seismic that we're keeping our guys. These guys in these situations before have demanded trades, have either been too shitty where they're not worth re-signing. So this is seismic news. And if Kyle Brandt doesn't see that, or other people, you want to know how many fucks I've give? Zero. I don't give a flying hoot. You just don't understand it, and that's fine. You don't have to understand. But when you see us doing backflips in the street, you have to go like, whoa, what's up with these crazy bastards? Like, to us, it's very clear. It just hasn't happened consistently enough. Now, there is truth. There's slivers of truth to what he says, and it's the winning part. Yes, of course. Well, they need to win. And we owe it to them. I feel awful that C.J. Mosley, who got his ass cut in March and ultimately was forced to retire because of the injuries, didn't find the success he deserved when he was here. He was such a champion for the Jets. He wanted us to win badly. He wanted us to drag us there to get victories. And unfortunately, we weren't able to win when he's here. And again, that's not a big regret for me. I guess I don't control the wins and losses, but it's a regret for me as a Jets fan. Like, damn. How did we not do it for him? And I want to do it for Quinnen, who's been in all kinds of shit. I want to do it for Sauce. I want to do it for Garrett. These guys deserve the wins. They're awesome players. And yes, so there is truth to that part. But here's the real truth that I think is really in here, and this is Kyle Brandt being hurt. And it's what Good Morning Football has championed. Now, I'm not just going to blame Kyle Brandt here. It's the group as a general, and I like this guy. Peter Schrager, he said the Jets were being the number one seed in the AFC last year. He said we're winning the Super Bowl, and people don't like looking like clowns. So when those takes are coming back up, they don't like it. The NFL schedule makers, Mike North, saying we believe the Jets owe us one for the shit they gave us. So they don't like being wrong. They don't like getting egg on their face. So I think for a lot of people, regardless whatever positive thing the Jets do, they're not going to do shit until the Jets win games because they don't want to get hurt again. But hey, welcome to being a Jets fan. Hello, my name is Paul Esden. Welcome to our meeting. Well, that's what happens, man. So, yeah, there is some stuff at the front end, which I think is just sort of juicy talk show talk. But there is truth to what he says on the back end for sure.
So I think everything you said is fair. I'm somewhere in the middle, right? Like, I think you need to understand that, as you brought up, the history of the Jets and why it's a big deal that they paid their two homegrown players that, oh, by the way, both of them came into the league together and won the offensive and defensive rookie of the year together. I think you need to understand just how bleak and just how depressing it has been to be a Jet fan, especially coming off the hype of the last 2 years, for it to go about as bad as it possibly could have. Like, even if you're the most negative type of Jet fan, you could not have imagined when they acquired Aaron Rodgers, it would lead to a 7-10 season essentially without him, and then 5 wins with him playing all the games last year, right? Like, no one could have saw that coming. So I think the fan base is just trying to find something to be excited about, whether it be like Aaron Glenn's press conference where he's like, we're built for this bleep. Like, you're just trying to find something. So this is a real something, though, right? Like, you extended two guys that are among the best in the league at their respective positions, right? Sauce Gardner has been a 2-time All-Pro. Garrett Wilson was just voted the 10th best wide receiver among 70 coaches, GMs, executives in the NFL today. Like, these guys are really good. So I think the Jet fan has a right to be excited, but it's also one of those things where the bar can't be so low, like, great, we got our guys signed long-term. Now it's going to be an awesome year. Like, we still as fans have to hold this new regime accountable and be like, now let's go win. Let's not waste these guys any longer. We essentially wasted most of their rookie contracts. Now let's go take advantage, now that they're here for the long term, with a new regime coming in that hopefully can maximize, what they are as players.
I think there's a fine line between Stone Smart catching a touchdown in the third quarter of a preseason game, and we're like, tight end won in fantasy, he's going to the Super Bowl, and legitimate things in my mind to be excited about with the re-signings. I think the re-signings are real things. I don't think Jet fans are making things up. They're not doing fake backflips over this. It is so legitimate to have their shit in line, and they do. Sauce Gardner, regardless of wherever you want to put him, right? Jeremy Fowler has him as a top 5 corner. PFF has him as the number 1 corner. Garrett Wilson, a top 10 receiver by those Fowler rankings. These are superstar players for us. These are future Ring of Honor members. These are guys that will hopefully have a chance one day for a gold jacket one day if they continue on the path that they're on. I just like from this new regime, and this is other things to be excited about. I don't think this is fake bullshit. About Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji said when they arrived, one of their core principles of everything they want to do is they want to draft players, develop players, and keep those players. And they told us that they want to build around the young stars. They said one thing, and they did the same thing. They said we want to keep him, and they kept him. Jamie Truitt, locked in, top 5 highest paid linebacker in football. Garrett Wilson, top 5 highest paid wide receiver in football, staying. Sauce Gardner, number 1 highest paid corner in football. They have not been afraid to pay the money that is required to keep these people here. So to me, that's legitimate reasons to be excited. At the end of the day, though, it's a results-oriented business. This is the honeymoon. There's all kinds of reasons to be happy, optimistic, positive. But, if the team's 2-4, all right, AG, what are you saying at that press conference? Are we going to get more Robert Saleh bullshit? We're saying stupid stuff that we're overanalyzing here on these shows? I don't know. It's up to them to win some games, and we'll see if they can do it. This roster's talented.
100%. And like, I think you have to be able to separate the two. Like, be excited that these guys are going to be here long term. And I don't think fans should ever be told how to fan. Like, if you're a Jet fan, like, think about a Jet fan with a young kid who was on the fence on what jersey to get their son or their daughter. Well, now if you get the Sauce jersey, you get the Garrett jersey, they're going to be here, right? They're going to. You don't have to go with the Joe Namath or the Curtis Martin or the Nick Mangold. Like, those are great. We love those legends in Jet history, but you want to root for the current guys as well. And for a while, you couldn't have anyone on the Jets that you actually wanted to invest a jersey in. Now you got a bunch of guys, and they're actually signed now long term. Like, Garrett Wilson is breaking multiple Jet records so far in his career through 3 seasons. If he stays a Jet through the vast majority now of his career, he might have almost every wide receiver record. It's certainly possible. Sauce, 2-time All-Pro. If he goes out there again and is an All-Pro for the 3rd time in 4 years, we're talking about a guy that's on a Hall of Fame arc at that point. So it is a big deal. Well, at the same time, I do understand a lot of people nationally being like, cool, man, like, let's see what you have in Aaron Glenn. You have Justin Fields on his 3rd team in 3 years. Like, talk to us when you guys are actually relevant. And maybe that's a good motivator for the Jets. Maybe the offseason being quiet till these last couple of days with these good signings is maybe a good thing in the long run for this team.
A hidden message that AG said is like, hey, obviously we're not going to talk any shit right now. It's move in silence. But hey, when we're winning, hey, let's talk the talk. If you've delivered, I have no problem, is basically what AG was saying, paraphrasing, of you guys talking your talk at the press conferences, like, hey, all you people overlooked us and look where we're at. But not until we deliver on the field, and that's what's going to matter most. So, quite frankly, we're all going to do shows every day, multiple shows a day, talking about training camp updates, stock up players, stock down players. We're going to have all kinds of guests on all of our shows talking about all that. The proof will be in the pudding. Week 1, Jets-Steelers. The Jets win and beat the Steelers. Fuck you, Aaron Rodgers. We're about to go in the AFC East. The Jets lose. Fuck. We made the wrong decision, picked the wrong quarterback, and we're doomed to eternal bullshit. That's going to be the narrative coming out of week 1, one way or the other, black or white.
Ladies and gentlemen, Boy Green letting it fly today. Potty mouth Paul Eston Jr., they're saying.
On behalf of the Jake Asman Show, we apologize for the foul language.
Don't worry, Boy Green. Much worse
Guilty as charged
has been said on this show.
I know that. I've seen all of it. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, why don't we be positive on this show, right? I mean, I'm excited. The Jets have locked up Sauce. They've locked up Garrett Wilson. So why don't we do this? End of the show today. Let's give an Asmaniac a chance to get a Garrett Wilson jersey. Baby. Win. All you need to do is tell me if you want it in green, if you want it in white, and what size that you want the jersey in, and we will get it ordered and sent out to you. If you want to enter, you got to gift a channel membership to enter the raffle or send in a $10 super chat or higher. We'll do this. The first person that gifts 5 or more channel memberships will double it. So 5 is 10, 10 is 20. Your chance to win a G5 jersey at the end of the show. Boy Green, I know you probably already have a Sauce and a Garrett jersey. You have young kids. If you could only get them one jersey, Sauce or Garrett, who are you going with? Tough question.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at that picture, too. Oh, that picture goes hard. That's I can see the hard knock stuff in my head already. It's probably Garrett. Touchdown, sexy offense, Justin Fields, G-dub touchdowns, the no-look, passes he's going to get. He's going to have sexier numbers. I got to go G-dub.
G-dub is certainly fair. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Appreciate everyone tuning in here. Jets report the training camp. Rookies are going to report this weekend, and then the vets will be there coming up. So there is a lot happening in the Jet universe beginning next week. Julian with our first super chat. He's in the raffle for 2 with this. He says, Boy Green keeps me alive in the morning drive to work. That's right. Boy Green, 7:30 a.m., no matter what. It truly is impressive, your consistency there. Terrence with a super chat. He says, Boy Green and Jake Asman all day, every day. Terrence, appreciate your support. Dylan Terraman says, wonder if we get a Mason Taylor signing while Jake is live. Well, Trey Harris just signed a contract.
I saw that.
With the Chargers. He was a second-round pick that was already holding out because the Chargers opened camp early. So now that he is signed, I do expect the run on second-round draft picks as far as those guys getting extended to happen. So I do think we're going to get that soon.
Yes, and also there's another one, Broncos RJ Harvey. He was another second rounder. I guess he was signed earlier today, so I'm trying to keep track of all of them.
Also, big news with the Steelers, and this affects the Jets because that's the week one opponent. TJ Watt and the Steelers just agreed to a long-term deal to make him the NFL's highest paid defender. 3 years, $123 million. I don't think anyone's surprised TJ Watt and the Steelers figured it out. The Steelers have made all these all-in moves like the Jets did a year ago. You can't be all-in if your best defensive player, one of the best players in football, is not a part of your team. So TJ Watt versus the Jets, TJ Watt versus Armand Membu and Olu Fashanu is a go for week one.
To be honest, Jake, let's go back to week one last year. Whoa, Christian McCaffrey's not playing. Oh, is Trent Williams going to play? Oh, is this guy going to play? This guy. There's all these storylines, and then we're missing all these guys that we're missing, and when we still got the business. So,
$41 million per year average, which is the highest of any non-quarterback in NFL history. So TJ Watt, already a rich guy, even more rich, $123 million extension, $108 million fully guaranteed.
Yeah, wow. Again, Tom Pelissero joined the Rich Eisen show and said the one thing he knew about these negotiations is TJ Watt, when he receives his deal, whether it's through the Steelers or somebody else, he will top Myles Garrett for the highest ever on a per-year basis non-quarterback, and he did. So TJ Watt's awesome. I know a lot of people were giving him shit last year because he sort of ended the year sort of questionable and the age and everything. TJ Watt's still really good at football. Yeah.
So highest paid non-quarterbacks in the NFL. TJ Watt now, $41 million. Number 2 is Jamar Chase, $40.25 million. Number 3 is Myles Garrett at $40 million. Number 4 is Danielle Hunter at $35.6 million. Number 5 is Max Crosby at $35.5 million. Justin Jefferson, number 6, $35 million. Nick Bosa, number 7, $34 million, in a tie with CeeDee Lamb also at $34 million. So these guys, all great. And then you start to think about, Garrett Wilson, where is he? $32.5 million, which, boy, Green, in a couple years, that Garrett Wilson contract, I think is going to be one of the more team-friendly deals in the league based on his current level of production and how much better I think he still can be going forward.
I don't even think we're going to have to wait a couple of years, to be honest. I think it's going to come sooner than that. There are going to be Drake Londons and from the same draft class. There's going to be J-Mo. There's going to be other players really quickly who are about to get paid. And I'm telling you, people are giving a little bit of crap now for the 32.5 top 5 paid wide receiver. Is he a top 5 receiver, this or that? You don't pay them for the past. You pay them for what they're going to do in the future. That's one of the biggest misconceptions with these contract conversations. It doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes people pay them for the past. Hello, New York Jets. Welcome to the conversation with all these over-the-hill guys that they sign over the course of history. But specifically for Garrett, they're paying him for what he's going to do in the future. That's incredibly exciting. That and the Sauce deal, those are all going to be deals by the end of the day. If you stretch it across the full 6 years, they're both making about $25 million a year. That's a lot different than 32.5 and 30.1 respectively.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Lup Man delivers. He was the first listener to gift memberships during the show. He gifted a 5 spot. We said we'd double the first person to do so. Luppy's in our Garrett Wilson jersey raffle at the end of the stream for 5. Luppy, thank you very much. I'm glad your Outune signed photo arrived this week, safe and sound. Here are the 5 listeners who received a channel membership from the great Luppy OU812, a.k.a. the Lupman Delivers. Gaming with Chris, Pocono Jet, Tom D, It's Dallas Low, and NY in Atlanta. Big shout out to the Human Fund. Also getting in on the membership parade, Darius Richards is the name of the user who got that one. And then JT, who won a signed Nick Mango jersey the other day. JT's membership that he gifted to get him in the raffle went to Fonzie A7X. Boy Green, when you look at now the state of this Jets team, right? How much better off do we believe they are with Darren Muji now overseeing major moves? Because earlier today, it was announced that Mike Williams is retiring. So let's think about the last 2 off seasons for the Jets. Joe Douglas signs a washed Dalvin Cook. I don't even know if he's on a team right now. He's essentially retired. Now we fast forward to last offseason. Joe Douglas signs Tyron Smith. He's a retired. He couldn't play. He fell off a cliff. And he signed Mike Williams. He couldn't play. Aaron Rodgers, by the way, was right. Redline my ass. Mike Williams now retired. So I'm hoping Darren Muji is way better in free agency than Joe Douglas was, because beyond missing on quarterback and coach and some of the other issues that we as Jet fans rightfully had with JD, a major issue was anytime the Jets tried to swing big in free agency, specifically at skill position players, they were terrible at it, whether it be Corey Davis, whether it be Mecole Hardman, CJ Uzama. Like, I mean, other than like Tyler Conklin, who was okay, did Joe Douglas hit on any skill position player that he signed? Like, I don't know if he did.
That's a good question. I'd have to go back and see any skill position guy. I'll have to think about that. But I mean, it goes to the point that the Madden moves that we were all drooling over, Dalvin Cook, Hassan Reddick trades, Mike Williams, Tyron Smith, you've named a lot of them, of what appeared to be very sexy on the surface, like, ooh, look at this splash, and it just didn't pay off any dividends whatsoever. So while it's been a quiet offseason, uneventful, some people have said, like it hasn't really revved their engine this offseason, moving in silence and things of that nature, you know what? I'm fine with that as long as we're winning games. I don't give a shit how we get to the destination. A to B, we're in the playoffs. We're winning 9-10 games, anywhere in that ballpark. That's significant change. So Mike Williams, a sandwich, a red line, a trade. I mean, what a journey for Mike Williams. And now I'm good. I'm just going to retire. That didn't have that on the bingo card, Jake. Did not have that on the bingo card.
Just like, I don't want to just like dance on Joe Douglas's grave. Obviously, he could take credit for drafting Garrett and Sauce and them getting deals this week. But it's just, you look at it, and we as fans were guilty of this. I know I was excited, but like, we expect the football people to know more than us as fans.
True.
Like,
sure. Yeah.
To be that bad with Dalvin Cook and Mike Williams and Tyron Smith, like, we were so excited. That's why we overrated the roster the way we did in large part. And they also were poorly coached. It was like everything that, once again, it goes back to what we were saying at the beginning of all this, why Jet fans were so excited about Sauce and Garrett being signed. It's just, we know they're really good. Like, we've seen it, and they've overcome terrible circumstances to still be really good players. And that's why we're hopeful, hey, with the right people now in place, maybe there's a path to actually being good with these players signed, sealed, and delivered long term.
And instead of spending the money on the Tyron Smiths, Mike Williams, Hassan Reddick, all these other guys, we're choosing to pay our own. We're not paying for other people's mercenaries. We're paying for our guys, which you've already mentioned. We know who they are as people. We know who they are on the field. We know who they are off the field in terms of weight training and getting ready. So you have the most information possible of any team in the NFL on the players in your building, and you're hesitating zero to pay them. That's great. I hope this continues to be the story. I hope next year, John Simpson or AVT or whoever, these pending Jets free agents that we're giving the back to, I hope that continues to be the case. That's a great new era, a new message for this regime.
Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. We're, of course, talking with Boy Green, weekly spot on the show, or basically been weekly. It was certainly weekly during the season as we cover all things New York Jets day in, day out. We have the Azie Awards that are going to continue on our stream coming up here. We'll set up the poll for people to vote. It's fitting, Boy Green. You got a beard, and the category this afternoon is Best Beard. The following Asmaniacs are up for the Azie Award for Best Beard. Papa Jet 73, Barbarossa, Coach Brian Obrick, and Jets Jesus. How about the fact that we have a regular caller named Brian who looks exactly like Jeff Obrick, so we started calling him Coach Obrick.
Wow. Okay, great. I love the variety of beards we have here. We have the Unruly and Papa Jet 73, a lot going on there. Party and business both mixed in there. Barbarossa there. He's got it a little bit more clean cut, but he's willing to have a good time. I can see that. Coach Olbrick, the old classic, a little bit of seasoning action happening here. There's a good mix of colors, and Jets Jesus, good Lord have mercy. There's a lot of story to tell there. Yeah.
Jets Jesus, hopefully, is on our side, Boy Green.
Blessed be he.
Oh, man. Talking with Boy Green in his weekly spot. As we look forward now to training camp, BG, what to you is the biggest thing that you're going to be following closely this summer?
I think it's a trench warfare to me. In the spring we can't really, when you're getting hog mollies on hog mollies, it's hard to really tell because they're all just dancing around in shirts and shorts. But for me, it's going to be the defensive tackle conversation next to Quinnen. How do these guys stand out? There's veterans like Byron Coward and Derek Noddy. There's younger guys like Leonard Taylor III, all the UDFAs from last year, Eric Watts, Braden McGregor, people like that. So that I'm excited about because they're going to get a great challenge. I am very, very high on the Jets offensive line this year. So I love that battles that we're going to get. And also the other one, I was talking about this on Boy Green Meets Woody a little bit ago, linebacker 3, Francisco Mauigoa, man, out of Miami. I think he brings a physicality, which is going to be refreshing. With the lack of other bodies at linebacker, I think he can rise up and be that guy that's right behind Quincy and Jamie. And if an injury happens, obviously the staff feels pretty good about him. They just drafted him in April. So Mauigoa is someone I'm really excited about, too, to circle. And then if we're talking about defensive line, defensive end, Tyler Barron, the other Miami pass rusher coming in. Someone has to step up. Right now, it's default Michael Clemens, who I know is not popular among the fan base. So who's going to challenge him? Who's going to come in? Because right now, whether you like it or not, he's the guy in terms of experience behind Jermaine Johnson and Will McDonald. So is it going to be Michael? Is someone else stepping up to the plate? Again, is it a Tyler Barron? The staff is obviously pretty high on him.
God, just hearing the name Michael Clemens, just not what I want to hear right now.
Understandable.
It's amazing he is still on this team. Alan Lazard and Michael Clemens still being Jets in the year 2025, Boy Green. That is a bit of a surprise, I would say, for a lot of people who watched the end of the 2024 season.
That's for sure. Definitely on Lazard. Clemens, again, they just did nothing at defensive end. So, that part of it, I'm not surprised because, there was no one else that they added. Like, if they added a Jadeveon Clowney, and I go, oh, okay, I could sort of see he's clearly more experienced, better player, everything else, but they just haven't done anything at defensive end. So until proven otherwise, he's making this roster. And I'm sure that's to the, disenjoyment of a lot of Jet fans listening in.
Reminder, if you're just tuning in, end of the show, give yourself a chance to win a Garrett Wilson jersey in the color of your choice, green or white. All you got to do is gift one channel membership to enter the raffle or send in a $10 super chat or higher. And for however many memberships you gift or the higher the super chat, the more tickets you earn. And just a quick heads up, we are targeting our first show Saturday morning for our weekly raffle this week. We're going to give away a signed Bill Parcells helmet, a signed Aaron Glenn helmet, and a signed Rex Ryan photo. Those are the top items. So if you want to be a part of any of these raffles, you got to be in it to win it. And it costs just one membership, which is about $5 for your chance to win. Dominic is in the Asmaniac raffle for one. Shout out to you, Dom. All right, let's mix in some of your busy phone calls. But first, let's open up the polls for the Azie Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, vote now for which Asmaniac you believe has the best beard.
It's time for the Azie Awards. Gotta get through Jets off season. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna lose? These Asmaniac callers are legends. It's up to the chat. It's your time to vote. You gotta decide who's better. Asmaniacs strive. The Jake Asman Show. That's why we gotta have these Azie Awards.
Vote, vote, vote. Boy Green's got a beard. He knows a thing or two about what it takes to win. Who's going to win the award for the best beard on the show? Once again, Papa Jet, Barbarossa, Coach Olbrich, Jets Jesus. They are your nominees. A couple honorable mentions we wanted to shout out that the committee put together here. Big Fella, Mike D's Nuts, and David T. all earning honorable mention honors. With that said, phone lines are open. That is the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline. Use promo code Jake25 for a discount and get yourself the best umbrella in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, first today is Tommy. Hello, Tommy.
Jake Asman, Boy Green.
Tommy.
OG.
Legends. I gotta shout out also Nick Shine. You guys are legends, guys.
Thank you.
Jake, don't cut me off before I do my JETS Jets chant, okay?
Well, you got to bring the energy, Tommy. Just if you have a good call, I'm not cutting you off. Let's hear it.
All right, let's hear it. Everybody knows, and I'm satisfied as hell that we signed Sauce and Garrett before training camp. It was amazing. We needed to get it done. 2 young players. They're great players. They want to be here. It would only cost them more money years to come, but that was not my point. My point was actually getting to the tight end position. Mason Taylor. I understand he's a second-round pick, and I think the second-round picks and especially tight ends, are holding out because they want that guaranteed money. I understand that. But we got to get this guy under contract. My question was, do you actually think Jeremy Ruckert makes the team?
Do I think Ruckert makes the team? I do think he makes the team. I don't think it's a lock. I think he's going to have to show something this summer, but I think he's penciled in as their number 2 tight end because of his blocking behind Taylor.
I think he's a lock. Just because the rest of the room stinks, if I'm being honest. I mean, Zach Kuntz has never put it together, so throw him aside. Sure, Stone Smart will make it. At least 3 tight ends are making it, maybe 4. Jeremy Ruckert has to be one of at least the 3 or 4, so I think he makes it by default. I don't know if that's saying much for him.
Well, Boy Green, what I was just going to say was, don't you think Stone Smart is more of a wide receiver? Like, not
I
really.
do.
He doesn't block. He's more of like a passing, skinny tight end. More of like a taller wide receiver that can do certain gadget plays. Like, he's not going to be in there blocking.
I would assume not.
And that's supposed to be.
Yeah, I think there's variety in the diet. Obviously, you've got Mason Taylor. Jeremy Ruckert's going to be in there. Hopefully, his blocking improves. You're supposed to be a really good blocker coming out of Ohio State that hasn't been consistent at this level. Stone Smart's probably that third guy, another receiving option. Jeremy Ruckert really hasn't shown the receiving option either. That was supposed to be untapped in college. We didn't see that. So, yeah, they do different things, but I think those are the 3, and then we can have an argument about who's the 4th tight end on the roster. But with how much you're going to run 2 tight end personnel, I would imagine 4 make the team.
Hey, Tommy, question for you. Are you trying to rock the LeBron James style beard there?
If I could be LeBron and make his money, I'll rock any beard that he has, bro. I'll rock any beard that LeBron has if I'm making that kind of money and playing that kind of basketball. But
Hennessy said you have the LeBron beard, and Gator then wrote, Tommy's mustache fall off, ? Or are you Amish?
Well, I just shaved it yesterday. Like, I let it grow for 2-3 days, and then I shave it off. Because
should I try that look? Just the Amish look?
Of course. I used to have
use my House of Atlas razor and pull off the Tommy.
I used to have the big bush beard with
no
mustache, so I was really called Amish then. But
the bush is looking great, Tommy. So,
Tommy, do you think you should have been an honorable mention for the beards category in the Azzies?
Well, that's up to the people, man. Like, I'm not like very conceited about myself, so I would never vote for myself for anything. So I always root for everybody else, and God gave me what I have. You know what I mean? So like, my beard's not special. Actually, Boy Green would know this. I'm starting to grow the gray hairs in more and more and more and more. Every year, or actually every day, they're turning gray.
Wow.
But the most important thing is I'm very happy about the way that Aaron Glenn is moving in this team in this direction. I love the fact that he just doesn't take all his energy and put it on a defense and the cornerbacks, which I know he will do with Sauce, but he takes his job seriously. He's not a defensive coordinator no more. He doesn't just look at cornerbacks. He looks at the entire offense. He looks at the entire team, special teams, everything. And I love the fact that he does that, because Saleh never really gave an F about the offense. Like, he just gave it all to Aaron Rodgers and his whatever. What was his offensive coordinator? I don't even know his name. He sucks so bad.
But, Hackett?
Hackett, yeah. Like, the guy was a complete joke. Like, he didn't know Breece Hall can catch the ball after 6 weeks. Like, come on, bro. Like, you haven't been watching tape. You obviously don't know the team. But anyway.
Jet chant?
Go ahead, Jake.
I'm just going to say, is it time for the Jet chant?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
You ready? J-E-T-S! Jets! Let's go, baby!
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
That was pretty good Jet chant. He brought the passion, BG.
Remove the hat. Like, he went full bore. Wow. Okay.
Full fireman Ed.
Yeah,
and the
that's
helmet
right. I thought
off.
we were going to get a little. Oh, I thought we were going to get that. We did not. Yeah.
Jets Worldwide writes, and this is our pal Snowball. I went to 3 churches today in Sorrento, said a prayer in each one, and each prayer ended with a prayer for the Jets to make the playoffs this year. Snowball is an eternal optimist. He's a tremendous Jet fan, and hopefully his prayers will be answered for all of us.
I appreciate that Snowball is using precious time that he's spending in Italy right now to make prayers about the New York Jets. That's powerful stuff.
We can only hope it actually works. We can only hope. More calls right now. The Lup Man is on the line. What's up, Luppy?
Hey guys, how you doing? I have no beard. I have
Yeah.
no hair,
No,
as you can see, so I'm not in this one.
it's all right.
Boy Green, your beard should have been in this.
For
I mean,
sure.
your beard.
Yeah.
It's
I know
amazing.
Tommy said that, like, hey, I'm not conceited enough to put myself in. I'd 100% put myself in. I'd vote for myself. Yeah. No problems there.
As
Yeah.
you should. And we're
Yep.
among 2 of the greats right here. I'm not
Yep.
worthy. I'm not worthy. You guys are 2 of the greats right here. This
Thank
is
you.
amazing to be able to talk to you guys. But guys, I'm a little pissed off. You know how I get, Jake, right? I get a little emotional. I'm an emotional guy. Here we go. We knew this was coming. We're doing backflips. Nobody's doing backflips. We're just happy that we're looking at this organization and it's actually mimicking a real organization. And that's what we're happy about. We don't think we're going to the Super Bowl. I mean, Kyle, you hit it right, Paul. He is crying in his predictions. He's just, now they're all coming out, Jake. This is the first step. We win a game, they'll be down on us again. This is, you know what? I got to say something to Kyle Brandt. Sorry about this, Jake. Fuck you, Kyle. That's what I got to say to that.
You're that mad over it? I mean,
I am, because here they come. We get something good, and they totally misunderstand who we are and where we're coming from, and then they go and dump on us. So you know what? That doesn't play right with me. You know that, Jake. Things get to me, and I get a little emotional. Just, you know what? I'm happy the organization's in the right direction. That's what we're at, and don't make it like we're all doing backflips. I mean, come on. Seriously. Come on. What is he thinking?
I'll tell you what. I love the passion, Luppy. Thanks for gifting 5 memberships. We doubled it because you were the first to do it. And look, the only way this will truly change, though, is for the Jets to win games. That's it. Like the LOL Knicks stuff stopped the last several years when they started to win. Like the Knicks, the Jets, these punching bag teams that get a ton of attention. If you're a Met fan, the Met fan goes through this too, or they did before Steve Cohen took over and they turned things around. Like there are certain teams that have passionate lightning rod level fan bases that get a lot of attention. The Jets are one of those teams. And we're doing a segment tonight on ESPN Radio, best fans in the NFL. My number 1 is the Jets because I live it every day. I know how passionate this fan base is. We don't have our own stadium, haven't won a division title since 2002, have the longest playoff drought in professional sports, haven't won a Super Bowl since before the moon landing, right, Gary? Like, it's all these things that are anti-Jet in the history of the team, yet we're still there every step of the way. They got to win games. That's the only way the narrative changes.
Dumping on any other team who signed their players. I don't see this going on. We're heading in the right direction. We're not doing backflips. They're out there. The bait's in the water, and the sharks are coming. They're coming. And you know, we're going to be ready for them, Jake. We're going to be ready for them. I got a lot of passion, Jake. I can't wait to be there at the Panthers at that game. I'm going to bring it. Win, lose, or draw, we're going to be there. I'm going to be there, Jake.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lup Man.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
I love the passion. I love that passion, Luppy. They got to win, PG. That's the biggest thing, right? I mean, like Aaron Glenn could talk the big game, and Jets can make good moves in the offseason and move in silence. Justin Fields is going to break out. We like the talent. Whatever they're going to say this summer that's going to get us excited. It comes down to the wins and the losses. Ultimately, if they win games, the narrative will shift, but that's the only way you could change a narrative, by actually giving people a reason to change their opinions.
I just think the days are over of, again, Peter Schrager going out on a limb saying Jets #1 seed, going to win the Super Bowl, Aaron Rodgers 5th MVP. I think all that noise is over because those people that have stepped out on the ledge to make those bold predictions have been burned too many times, and now they're like, no, Jets, show us. So I think to Luppy's point, if the Jets win week 1, while we're all going to be hyped up, some people are going to be like, all right, show us again. All right, that was cool, but do it again. And then we play Buffalo week 2. And if we lose there, okay, they're back down to earth. They're the Jets. So it's going to take a lot of wins to prove people wrong. It won't just be a couple.
100%. Hey, shout out to Chris B. Always love his positivity, encouraging everyone to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys subscribe to Paul's channel, Boy Green, live every day at 7:30 a.m. He also has content coming out on his channel throughout the week. Big shout out to Chad who wrote in. Thank you to Jake and Boy Green for your daily content. Don't always catch you guys live, but love your shows. Chad, you're the man. Thank you very much. Let's squeeze in plenty more calls throughout our show today. Ladies and gentlemen, stop what you're doing, and I need you to predict where this man is calling us from, inside or outside. And then bonus, will he have his mute button figured out within 2 or 3 seconds? Go.
The bias that this show shows towards big men with small phones is ridiculous. Poor big fella and I were struggling this morning, and now it's become a bit of a running joke. And F Kyle? No, Luppy. F you. I know. I know Luppy means the other Kyle. Luppy's a gentleman. But
I hit my money. I had inside. I had inside written on my hand there. Nice.
It's too hot.
Fair enough.
I have to get out of the sun. Kyle Brandt, it sounds like one of us, right? Like, let's see it. We can all be, happy about the signing of Sauce and Garrett, and we think it's an integral step, but I think it's going to have to do with, and we've said it a million times now in June, July with Fields and the coaching. Jake, the one thing you were saying about, kind of throwing Douglas out there, I think we're going to find out a little bit. He definitely whiffed on some of these position players, like Mike Williams. I mean,
he was shot.
What's that?
He was shot. He was done. He got the ACL, and it's unfortunate, but he turned 30, and like a lot of guys, he just fell off a cliff fast.
Yeah, I mean, 30, betting on a guy coming back from an ACL. I think the problem with us is we throw these money at these guys who maybe don't want to be here, right? Like, we lowball Tyron Smith, and he eventually ended up coming here, and maybe his heart wasn't in it after a whole huge successful career with the Dallas Cowboys. Like, we should stop doing that stuff, right? Pick guys that want to be here, that want to turn the program around and take our money. And if we can sense that, give it to them. I think we're going to find out a little bit about Joe Douglas once we get midway through the season. We see if the team takes off under Aaron Glenn. I'm of the opinion that Salah was the majority of the problem here. Fairly or not. Nice guy. The defense showed out the first few years. He couldn't get it done, and there was plenty of talent on the team. And that's kind of how, like, whether Dalvin Cook worked out, whether Mike Williams worked out. That's kind of how I feel about it. I appreciate your time, guys, and all the love to Luppy. I know he met the other Kyle.
Of course, Kyle Clifton checking in. We opened our show talking about some comments from Kyle Brandt, basically poo-pooing the Jets signing their guys long-term, demanding them actually win games, and doesn't want to be excited about them, which part of it is fair. I do think he's got to understand why the Jet fan is excited that two guys that, despite all the issues the last several years, you could be excited and proud to root for, are actually going to be here long-term. With that said, let's continue now with your calls. Reminder to vote in the Azzies, the voting for best beard. Just a tremendous list of who's who in the category. So make sure you vote. Just a quick update on the poll right now. Papa Jet is off to a hot start. He leads 48% of the vote compared to Barbarossa in second place at 32. Coach Brian Ulbrich at 12. And Jets Jesus, 8% in fourth place right now. More calls. JT's next. Hey, JT, he's already rocking a Garrett Wilson jersey. JT, I'll tell you what. If you win, we could swap it for a Sauce jersey just for you, all right? Because you already have a Garrett, so we don't want you to. Do you have a Sauce jersey too?
Not in the new threads, no.
All right, so we'll do that if you want it. Unless you want the Garrett, that's fine. But I know you're in the raffle for one, now two with this call. So you tell me if you win.
Hey, man, I'm not going to complain with an extra Garrett jersey. You know what I mean? We'll get a green one. We'll rock it. We'll rock both during the season. It's a shame that we didn't have the show 2 years ago with the Azzies when my beard was down to here. I would have definitely been in the nominations here. I was rocking a hell of a beard way back in the day. But I don't get the reason why everybody's trying to like rain on our parades with these signings. Boyd Green said at the beginning, it just doesn't happen. You know what I mean? We don't sign our young talented stars, and the fact that we have two that want to be here and want to sign, you know what I mean? Like, and it's just like Kyle said before too. A lot of the issues were Salah, and I know we have a rookie regime coming in, but like, I don't know. I just think that hate's a little too crazy right now. And I get we're in New York, a polarizing market, but I think it's just overboard with the sauce overpaid comments too. Like it's gone overboard.
It just doesn't make sense because it's not like Kyle Brandt is doing a show from Hawaii or California. He's New York. The show is New York. So it's not like he doesn't know the Jets' history or he
Did
should
he move
know
to
the
LA
Jets'
with
history.
them? Didn't they move to LA the show?
Maybe he's. I thought he was still telethoning in, if I'm using the right word for from the East Coast. But I don't know. I don't watch the show.
Either way, it doesn't matter. He I think he's a Bills fan, so maybe that's part of it. He understands the AFC East. He understands the Jets.
That makes sense.
Maybe that. But again, but to what we're saying here with JT, that every signing isn't the same. The Bengals signing their guys and the Jets signing their guys. That's not the same transactional element. The team's history matters, and that's what we're doing in here. So it does feel like crapping on saying like you guys are celebrating a basic thing here. And while we are on the surface, if you know our history, we're clearly not just celebrating some random nonsense. It's an important step for not only the Jets of today, but the Jets of tomorrow too. This sets a message for the future.
I agree completely. And the message needed to get sent because, like, I mean, it's just the thing that we don't sign our young players. So we show that we're finally starting to change that and turn over a new leaf. Like, we're getting younger. And I absolutely love the movement we're doing. We're locking up our young stars. We got rid of a lot of the older players. And I just love what we're doing. And just the poo-pooing of a new regime trying to keep their young drafted stars. I mean, obviously they didn't draft them, but, like, the Jets drafted young, you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense. I think it's just a whole LOL Jets for clicks thing, in my opinion. That's more or less what I think it is. It's just LOL Jets.
Great Asmania cap, by the way. That's a good compliment to the G-Dub jersey there. Very nice.
Thank you. Yeah, it matches pretty well. Hell yeah, I appreciate you guys' time today, Boyd Green. I do want to say I've been listening to your show every morning now because I'm now waking up earlier to go on some runs. So you're definitely keeping me company while I'm going on that walk and run in the morning.
Thanks,
appreciate
brother.
what you guys do.
Thank you.
JT, great call. Love that. Look, I understand why JT feels that way. I just think at the end of the day, you're the Jets. You've gotten a ton of attention. You haven't won anything yet. People are going to your point, remember how it's been the last couple of years, longest playoff drought. If you go even further, people just probably tired hearing about it. They just want to see actual results. And I do think internally the Jets have done a good job keeping the focus all about ball. And I think that's also the benefit, Boyd Green, of getting these deals done now. There's no questions about, hey, are you going to sign long-term? Or if the Jets do get off to this bad start with Aaron Glenn, there's not rumors of, here comes the trade with Sauce and Garrett, or one of them's going to ask. Like, you avoid all that. They're here. They're going to be probably team captains this year. Their cornerstones locked up, both sides of the ball, and the focus is all about ball going into a pivotal year one, pivotal training camp for a brand new regime.
That last point is what you just said. Because, again, we don't know. Are the Jets going to start off hot? Or are they going to start off cold? I don't know what's going to happen. But what you prevent is that, right? A 2-4 start. Oh, boy. Sauce and Garrett in particular, because Garrett's been more demonstrative with his physical, actions and mannerisms on sidelines of when they're not winning and what he looks like and how he displays and portrays himself. Like, you're just removing that. No trade rumors, no trade deadline. Oh, maybe the Jets should blow it all up and get 1 million first-round picks to rebuild again. We get rid of all that crap, and I thank AG and Mooch for that.
Comments, questions, super chats. Cut the line like this one for Big Country. He earns 2 raffle tickets. BG, I listened to you during Coffee Club. Then I listened to Jake. Thank you both for what you guys do. Me and my father listen every morning. JETS. Jets. Love it, Big Country. Thank you.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
So cool. I love that.
Hell yeah. Mike Dems with a super chat here. He's been a channel member for a year, 12 months. Thank you, Mike. Hit the like and subscribe to both these legends. That's right. And get the membership if you want a chance to win a Garrett Wilson jersey at the end of the show. We will send it to you in green or white in the size you want. Big Country with another super chat. He says, and this is while we're at work. I own a painting and taping company, so don't put me on Mount Unemployment. I love it. Shout out to you. Big country. We love that you work. We believe in achievement around here. Boy Green, have you been following the Mount Unemployment saga at all on the show?
I've only heard whispers about it, so do tell. Fill me in here.
So we have some long-standing listeners that right now are unemployed, and we have a thing on the show called Mount Unemployment. And well, Bobby Midnight seemingly has himself a job at Wendy's.
Oh, great!
So he'll be off Mount Unemployment, but the original Mount Unemployment is Bobby, Charles Gorman, Cheats Fan, and Beast Breaker. Now Beast claims he's retired, so he's not unemployed. Cheats Fan, we know, can't keep a job. He can maybe get a job, but he can't keep one. No one knows his whereabouts to this day. We mentioned Bobby, and now there's Gorman, who obviously continues to try and get a job and is getting very frustrated that people have the audacity to think he doesn't actually want a job.
People think I don't want to work, which is not true. I just had a bit of a nap not too long ago, too, so that didn't help.
I love it, dude.
You're talking about how people don't.
You can't say that people think you don't want a job and then say that you came off a real good nap. It's a hard 2 sentences to put together, Charles. It is. You got Jake off the camera.
How do you not see the irony of that, Charles? This is why Charles is the best of the best.
Well, I'm jealous of the naps. As I'm getting, when I was a kid, I'm like, ugh, naps suck, boo. When I'm getting older, man, those naps sound great. So I am jealous of Charles's naps. Wow.
Jay writes in, what's the over-under on job applications from Charles Gorman today for naps taken?
Naps are definitely over.
More calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we say hello to this guy.
I think that guy.
I know, right?
Gentlemen, how are you?
Neil, good to see you, pal.
Hello, Neil.
What's up? Hey, Paul, I like your beard. I want you to get in there. You're number one in my beard category.
Oh, thank you. All right.
It's nice and well groomed. You
Yeah.
know, Jet Jesus has a nice one, but it's a little. It needs a little of that oil. What is that shit, Jake? The
little Copper John's beard oil.
He needs to go to Copper John's for an overhaul with that beard. That thing looks like it's got 3-day-old food stuck in it. But it's, it's the nicest beard lengthwise, but it's certainly not groomed like our handsome friend Paul here.
So, what are the keys to this, Jake? Girth, volume, depth, length?
Did Paul see his beard? Did Paul look at all the beards to vote on it or not, Jake?
Yeah, I've seen it on the overall graphic.
And what's your thoughts, Paul? I don't see a good beard in the whole bunch.
You don't see a good beard.
But the question is like what is most notable here, Jake? You're running this gosh darn ship. Is it length? Is it color? Is it seasoning? What are the factors here at play? Or is it all?
All I could say is I don't know exactly how the committee determined what qualified as a great beard. It's almost like the Supreme Court's definition of porn. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but I know it when I see it. And I think that's what the committee was operating under when they went with these 4 distinguished gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm leaning Barbarossa because, again, he's me and Jake's love baby. And, you can sort of see it there. So, to me, there's variety that's different than everybody else's. It appears well-groomed, relatively speaking. Again, there's a little bit of party down south. I can respect that. But, so if I had to place a vote, it'd be Barbarossa right now.
Also, Neil, I have some sad news. Vinny was supposed to come on the show. Vinny Testaverde on Tuesday. He ended up having some sort of injury, and he didn't make it to Marty's event. So there was no opportunity to talk to Vinny Testaverde about the time you took a shower next to him last year.
I saw that. I was looking for him on there. I noticed you didn't interview him. As far as, let me just make my 1 point here. I only make 1 point now, not 13. I'm down to 1.
Okay.
Kyle Brandt makes a couple of good points, and I just got to tell you, I'm going to be this year's Allen because my optimism is gone with this team until they prove me otherwise, okay?
What does that mean?
Well, that means very simply this. If you look at the last game of the season and our roster in that game,
all right,
and you compare it to this roster we currently have, the roster from last year in the last game is a better roster. Could you argue that? I mean, what have we done to improve this team aside from signing guys?
You can. I would argue the coaching is, I think, a lot better.
Oh, no. Hey, look, coaching is going to be good for at least 2 wins. I would say is a pretty good assessment of what a coach is going to bring to a team. Would you say that's fair?
Could be even more than that. What do you mean?
Well, let's put it this way. Here's the thing, though, Jake. We have another first-year coordinator and another first-year coach.
Correct.
I mean, if you were telling me we got Vrabel and a great offensive coordinator and a staff that's been a playoff-proven staff, that's a different story. But here we are, and I have all the hope of anybody. Hope is my middle name. But, the reality is, if you look at last year's 17th game roster with Devontae Adams, with Aaron Rodgers, with what we had last year, and I don't really see an improvement on that roster from where we are right now. I mean, could you argue there is a better roster?
Well, did we lose you, Neil? I think we lost Neil.
Here.
Well, the offensive line, I think, is better.
That's what I would have said, too. Yeah,
I think that matters. Olu for a full year, Membu sliding in, another year of Simpson, Tippmann, and AVT playing together. The receiver
But we
room,
don't know those guys are going to be healthy. And in other words, we had a healthy bunch in the 17th game. Actually, Olu didn't play that 17th game.
No,
he didn't because he was hurt, and Tyron was hurt before that. So I wouldn't.
And
say
Morgan
that.
Moses was hurt all year. He was okay. He wasn't horrible, but he certainly wasn't himself. Look, Neil, if you want to argue last year's roster was better, that's fine. But also last year's roster, we were counting on Mike Williams, who was washed, and now he's retired today. Tyron Smith, who couldn't play. There were a lot of guys, right? Hassan Reddick was terrible, right? So they have Jermaine back this year. That's big. Will McDonald's now in his 3rd year. That's big. Sherwood and Quincy. Michael Carter's healthy. Sauce, I think, is going to rebound and be what he was his first 2 years. So I don't think this is a great team by any means, but I think the idea that they're like drastically worse roster-wise from last year, I don't think they are.
I'm not saying they're drastically worse. What I'm saying is the roster last year, but, look, we really were, if the ball bounces our way a little bit better, we were probably an 8-win team last year. So I really can't say we were certainly not a 5-win team last year if you look at the overall team. I mean, every ball that could possibly bounce against us bounced against us last year. So, and a lot of games are determined by how the ball bounces, and it's a matter of inches. I mean, you take a few things out of what happened, starting with the Denver kick and the missed field goals and the final drives in the last 2 games against the Colts and against the Patriots and mediocre, horrible quarterbacks. You take those out, and we're easily could be 8 or 9 wins. So
week 6, Buffalo, isn't that the one where Brees Hall scored the touchdown? We all celebrated, went holding, back it up, and then we were forced to kick a field goal and that point differential at the end. So
yeah, I mean, look, we had a lot of games that. All I'm saying is if we kept everything intact and had Aaron Glenn and Muji, and certainly Rodgers is more of a quarterback like Goff is, that type of quarterback. And, he's going to have to change a lot of how our scheme is on the offense with a running quarterback. I would say that we'd be much more excited and better off and have a better win total than we are having through Vegas and where we are. Despite all that, I'm always remaining positive, but I kind of see where Kyle Brandt's at. I'm burnt, I'm upset, and a lot has to be shown to me. And certainly, we all get excited. We're getting close to the season, and like always, we're 0-0. But I'm going to tell you guys something. We come out of the gate 0-2 against Pittsburgh and Buffalo, and that brings us to a 15% chance to make the playoffs, and certainly not going to be very excited, over that.
Neil, you got to believe, baby. You got to believe. You believe.
These goddamn exploding cigars. I got to go, Jake. I'll call back later. Shit.
We got to hope. Neil, good call. Always good to get you on. Neil doesn't call much in the summer. He's outside. He's on vacation. He's by the pool. He's doing whatever. But I'm looking forward to Neil's calls after brutal Jet losses. Let's see. Oh, can we send this man to the hole, please? I'll tell you what. Whoever sends Patriots 12 to the hole, will double the memberships. My God. He writes in, Revis Island needed Brady to win it all. Great player. Let's stop with the nonsense. You know what? Darrelle Revis needed to win that Super Bowl? He needed Pete Carroll and Darrell Bevell to be calling the dumbest play call in the history of sports by not giving the ball to Marshawn Lynch at the goal line. That's what Revis needed to win that Super Bowl. Let's be real.
And shout out to Revis. He was an All-Pro that year, so shout out to him. But, yeah, that's true. Russell Wilson, Seattle should have won back-to-back Super Bowls. That would have been the first back-to-back Super Bowl champions since the Patriots in the early 2000s.
Give me a break. You needed Tom Brady for that. I mean,
There it is,
newsflash.
Jake.
It happened? We got it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's there.
Oh, Frank P. I love it. I love it, Frank P. We're not standing for nonsense from 6 rings around here. We can't do it. We won't allow it. 6 rings. Your day is done.
Now look what you've done, 6 rings. You fake patch fraud. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to cut you off and cast you out with the sodomites. Some time in here will make you feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give them another 24 hours to think about it.
Hey, Jake, quick question. How much have you, because I can't remember all of Jake Asman history, how much would it take for you to permanently ban someone like Patriots boy over there? How much amount of money would that have to be?
I don't know. I have to really think about that. It would have to be a lot because, I mean, he has a right to watch the show, but if he's going to troll, I'm going to allow bounties to be set because you can't call into a Jet show or troll a Jet chat and expect there to be no consequences if you're a Patriots fan. Like, come on. It'd be a big number. And honestly, I would have to, I'd want to donate some of it to charity. Like we raised a bunch of money for Marty Lyons Foundation on Monday. I'd like to do more of that, Maybe we come up with some sort of charity that the bounty on getting rid of 6 rings for life would be. Just an idea I had. I don't know.
Yeah.
Man, why don't we hear from some guys in the Azie Awards right now? Ladies and gentlemen, Barbarossa is next. Hello, Barbarossa. Are you going to make your case why you have the best beard?
Yeah, I definitely am. I want to appreciate the support from Boy Green first. I really appreciate it. I'll just say, before I make my case, I if I wasn't me, I would say, yeah, definitely Papa Jet is a great contender. I want to just shout him out. Jet's Jesus, obviously that beard can work some miracles that no other beard can. And I think Scott was the other gentleman in the beard. Yeah, right. So he's got a great beard too. So Coach Olglick. Coach Olglick is the
Oh yes.
Coach. Yeah, so Coach Jets Jesus. Yeah, so they got some good beards. I'll just say on my behalf, man, the beard brings a unique color, flavor, and youthfulness that I don't think any other beard has. And I feel like my beard can drink more beers than all theirs. That's just me. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I would definitely, if Papa Jet beats me, if he wins, I should say, I definitely want to buy him a beer. And we can touch our tips at the next Jets meetup.
Touch our tips. I was not expecting that. Barbarossa, good luck. You're the man. We love your calls on the show. Great
If
job.
Gary comes back on, I want to talk to him though. I'll be here.
Oh God, ladies and gentlemen,
I want to talk to Gary.
Oh, who doesn't? Women, apparently. Barbarossa.
Oh.
Hey, now. What a great call. All right, let's keep it rolling here. You got time for one more, Boy Grant?
Yeah, let's get one more in.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, another man is on the line that is in the Azie Awards. Coach Brian Olglick. Hello, Coach.
What's up, fellas? I got to say that, howdy. My beard at the moment does not match the amazing beards of the other contestants, and all 3 of the other gentlemen. I'm honored to be in the same category. Just being nominated is awesome. I will say that when I go to the games and it is in mid NFL season form, I do have a more competitive beard.
That's true.
And at the moment, the off season, working on conditioning, oil, right? Oil. I don't know where the touching tips thing is going to go, but you can count me out on that one. But Barbarossa on the color, absolute winner. Like if it's a color thing, Yeah, that's. Can I vote again? Because I voted Papa Jet, and his beard is just epic. So everybody's got to pick the beard that they're in love with, and I don't mean touch the tips kind of love. I just mean it's a cool beard.
Right.
Not to be
Respectfully,
confused, of course.
Respectfully.
Yeah, absolutely. And Boy Green, your beard, honorable mention. It should be
Something?
up there.
Thank you,
Hell
Coach.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
appreciate
and I also dig your vibe in your show of not banning folks, and I dig Jake's vibe of not banning folks. This is sort of the free press world, and everyone's free to share their opinions. I respect the heck out of that from both of you fellas, and yeah, some of those opinions are just trolls. So when they go away, I am not upset.
There you go.
So
Fair enough.
go Jets. Any thoughts on the beard before I roll and get back to work?
I think you look great, Coach. I love all the nominees, the honorable mentions. There are plenty of other deserving candidates, but just to be in it, I think it speaks. It speaks to your influence on the show because you haven't been a regular caller all that long. When was your first call? Roughly, it had to have been within the last 6 months, right?
Yeah, 6 months or so. Yeah.
Well,
So
I
I
would
love it,
say I
man.
appreciate you calling in and giving us, because you're right. Once you presented the exhibits of photo evidence and say mid-season form, weather is something we didn't factor in, the activity with the, once you start giving us the deeper picture here, I wish it would have been available at the beginning of the voting process.
I want to throw it out to the whatever 5%ers, ladies. Step it up on the beard growth thing because y'all need to be represented in this one too. All right.
Beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen,
challenge thrown.
Coach Brian
Bearded
Ogler.
ladies.
Oh my goodness. Hey now, bearded ladies. I don't know if we want that, or do we?
Different strokes, different folks. Blessed be he. Blessed be he.
Boy Green, always a pleasure having you on, my friend.
Thanks for having me on, Jake. Shout out to all the Asmaniacs, baby. Thanks for supporting all the channels. Terrific. And thank you so much. And again, we're trying to make the chase to 8,000 subscribers. We're about 200 subscribers away. So show the love, baby, at BoyGreen25.
Go subscribe to Boy Green. He's live every morning at 7:30 a.m. I don't know how he does it. I'm not a morning person. It's just crazy. All right. We got to go a little rapid fire with some of the calls, but let's stay with the theme, which is great beards, because we're honoring beards. So, ladies and gentlemen, as the Azie Awards continue, let's check in with the guy who's currently leading all of the nominees. Papa Jet is on the line. Hello, Papa. Oh, that's not Papa. Edward, what are you doing here? Hold on. StreamYard, you're giving me fake callers. Papa Jet is here. Hello, Papa.
Hey, Jake. You got me?
I got you, Papa.
Okay. As far I voted for Barbarossa because I don't feel good voting for myself. And as far as the touching tips or whatever he said, I think my stomach would hit first before my beard. And as far as Neil goes, me not trimming, he's right, but I got Viking blood in me, and we don't believe in trimming. So, but as far as all the beards, Jake, it like Coach said, it just depends what floats your boat. Like Jets G. I mean, if you like wild and crazy and it's me. Jets Jesus, you're getting double bang for your buck with awesome hair and awesome beard. Coach would be if you like neatness, sophistication. Coach is your guy, and Barbarossa. I don't know. I think if you put a kilt on him, Jake, I think you could probably line him right next to William. He's got to have some Scottish blood in him, I think. But yeah. Other than that, it's whatever floats your boat.
Well, Papa, I'll tell you what.
I hate shaving and I hate trimming. That's what.
I think you're the guy. I mean, if I had a vote, which I don't, I'm not voting in any of these. I think I'd lean with you. I mean, I love the Duck Dynasty style beard. I mean, I think that is what this community will rally behind, and I think that's why you're winning right now.
Hey, Jake, I got a picture with Phil Robinson, probably about 10, 15 years ago. I'll have to show it to you on next call. But
love that.
Hey, real quick, I want to show you this. Can you see it?
I see it. Yes, it arrived. Fantastic.
arrived today. You know what's great, Jake? I mean, anything autographed is great, but I got 3 for 1. You know, it's great.
You
And
did.
I know on a previous call I asked you who your top 3 receivers were all time, and two out of my 3 are on here, and Coles and Corbett. So I can't. It's going to be awesome in the man cave. My man cave's under renovation right now, but it's going to look good when it's hung up. But I appreciate it and thank you. Hey, and that thing I'm going to send you to, it's out of stock right now, so you're going to have to wait a little bit.
Hey, whatever it is, I appreciate the gesture, Papa Jet. Congrats on a great showing in the Azie Awards so far.
Okay, thanks, Jake.
Papa Jet checking in. All right, we went to this guy before, but I don't know how he got on the air. It was like a glitch or something, but we're going to go to him for real this time. Edward Ziff is now actually on the line. Hello, Edward.
Here's my beard. Ain't it weird? Don't be scared. Just a beard. George Carlin.
You look great.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How are you, Edward?
Fine. So I know you used to live in Houston, and you've been back in New York for how long now? A couple of months? Almost a year?
About a year. Yeah, over a year now. April of last year, I moved back full time.
What is the thing that you miss about Houston, and what is the thing that you're freaking gloriously happy that you're not there anymore?
I miss the food, the restaurants, Mexican food, Tex-Mex down there, barbecue, some of the steakhouses. Food was great. I miss my friends. The biggest thing. I have some great.
But don't you have
friends.
don't you have like an account at Chipotle by now? Where you?
I don't go as
every
much.
time because I remember you used to always had like Chipotle chicken like almost every night. You couldn't get enough of it. And I got to tell you, Chipotle's, when you get their naked burrito, the one with just in the plate, that damn thing's delicious, man. It is absolutely off the chain. That's some good stuff. So
it is.
But I think the Jets are going to have 10 wins this year. They're capable of it. They're more than capable. They got 5 wins last year during probably the most disastrous coaching situation maybe in the history of the NFL. And they still managed to win 5 games. So, I mean, now you got a guy that's going to hold people accountable. You got a team that's like legitimately buying in. You got a guy who is a pro, an all-pro who played. I mean, I know Saleh was a good coach and everything, but I mean, Aaron Glenn was a player. And he played in this league. There's no, like BS. He knows what really goes on in the locker room as far as from a player's perspective. And he just seems to be a no-nonsense guy. I mean, last year, if you'll excuse my language, he made chicken salad out of chicken shit. He had like so many injuries, and he still managed to get them high in the playoffs with what would they have, like tied for like almost the most wins in the league also with all the injuries he's had. So, I mean, I do not worry about Aaron Glenn. He is going to take the guys that were good, make them great. The guys that were great, make them elite. And the guys that were okay, he's going to make them really good. I think that the players that I believe he's going to help the most are Sauce. He's going to get Sauce where Sauce is going to want to be like number 1 again. Sauce doesn't want to take a back seat to Stingley this year. He does not want to do that. He wants to be numero uno, which he wears with great pride. Hey, little trivia. Who was one of the first Jets to wear number 1? Can you remember back? It was during the Namath era.
I know.
He was a very favorite. He was a favorite special teams player. He was actually the master of ceremonies for American Gladiators for a while. Remember that old show, The American Gladiators?
I do. Off the top of my head, I don't know who.
Mike Adamle.
Okay.
Mike Adamle. He used to wear number 1. He was a little guy. He said he wore number 1 because it made him look bigger.
Well, I'll tell you what, Edward.
He was a fan favorite at the time.
I love your positivity on the team. I do. If Aaron Glenn's as good as you say, they can win 10 games because there's talent. I think it comes down to not just him, but his offensive coordinator hire, right? I mean, if you love Aaron Glenn, you're obviously going to think Engstrand's going to be great too because he was his handpicked coordinator.
Like Aaron Glenn, think about it. He's a first-time head coach. His biggest coaching hire, he's staking his reputation as an NFL head coach, right? He might only get one chance at it. You never know how it goes. Biggest hire he makes for a team that doesn't already have a franchise quarterback in place is the offensive coordinator. Because either that guy is going to make or break Justin Fields, or if it doesn't work out with Fields, Engstrom probably will oversee the development of a quarterback the Jets take in the first round next year. That's a huge hire, as we know. No jobs, just naps, writes in. You're lucky I don't grow my beard all the way. I'd win easily. Thank you, fake Charles Gorman. All right, more calls. Peg and Artie are on the line. Hello, Peg and Artie.
Hey, what's up,
Hey,
Jake?
Jake.
As Maniacs, hope everyone's having a good day. Jake,
Hello.
I wanted to call in to defend the committee.
Okay.
I mean, this is coming from a couple who call in regularly, never seem to get nominated for anything, which is cool. But Neil pretty much says the committee blows. And we don't agree with that whatsoever. We think the committee does a fine job, and I just wanted to defend them.
I agree. I think they're not exactly being paid to come up with categories of callers into a Jet YouTube show. Yeah, we're doing it's a labor of love for us with this.
Plus, there's thousands of people to be eligible for these, so it's got to be hard to pick and choose. So sometimes even the best callers get snubbed. That's what happens. It's just life.
And you also want to spread the love around too. We want to try and get as many people included in something like this as possible.
Exactly. Did you want to ask him something?
I do want to ask you, when are you coming out with the 5% shirt?
That's right. Well, we do have the pink female clothing line. Maybe we do have to get a 5%er, actual 5%er with like Asmaniac. I got to come up with some sort of design. I'm not a designer. That's my problem, Peg. So if someone wants to design the shirt and our printing website approves it, I could try and get that set up as quickly as possible.
That would be nice. Before the meetup in Tampa, we can't wait to meet everybody. We're going to have a blast.
I can't wait. I can't wait to meet you guys again. It was great to see you at the draft party, and I'm glad that we'll all be in Tampa together.
Any idea how many people are going?
I have to check. A lot of people have booked at the hotel you guys are staying at, though, which is cool.
Okay, cool.
And just the turnout in general is going to be awesome. I mean, I know so many people that are going to that game, so it's going to be a ton of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Hey, Jake, a check quick thing real quick. I know you want us to go quick. What about the starters during preseason? You think they're going to play at all, or you think it's just going to be strictly, the guys that they need to see?
I think they're going to play. I don't know how much, but I think it's going to be way different than last year where, no one played.
All right, very good. Have a great day, Jake. Nate's beard is better.
Already, great call. Nate has a great beard. I do think he could have been a top 4 finalist. He could have been nominated, could have been an honorable mention, but Jets Johnny's got a great beard too. There's a lot of people with great beard. It's hard. It's a hard thing to win. If you're tuning in late, I'm giving away a Garrett Wilson jersey at the end of the show. So gift the membership to enter. Send in a super chat, and you got a chance to do so as well. All right. More calls right now, shall we? On the Gustbuster Umbrella Hotline is the great Purple Belt Mike.
Purple Belt Mike, he loves the dark night. He's got a green pool and he jumps right in. Maybe someday he'll get a brown belt, but for now he's just that Purple Belt Mike. Purple Belt Mike, it might be purple, but he can still kick your dirty ass.
What up?
PBM.
Yeah, baby. Got my shirt on. Repping my Aaron Glenn here. Loving it. I was talking to the wife. I might make downstairs this office into my own man cave instead of upstairs. So we'll see what happens.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike. You got to do something about that mic because you sound like you're under the weather. It's just so nasally.
Really?
Yeah, it just sounds like you're sick.
What about now? Is this better?
No, you sound nasally. You don't sound like your natural, energetic self.
All right, let me get back on. Let me reset this thing.
Are you gonna try again?
Yeah, hold on.
All right. I'm not gonna play the theme song again though.
Yeah.
Or
right.
will I? Maybe I will. I don't know. Or we're just gonna do this live on the air. This is riveting. It's great. Hey, party with Peg and Artie. They're in the raffle for 5. Good there, Mike?
Is this better?
Count to
Or
10.
It's hard to tell.
No. Count the 10.
Count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah,
Fuck.
still nasally.
I don't know what the problem is. When I'm gaming, there's no issue.
Well, you're using a gaming microphone, and you're not gaming right now. You're streaming.
Yeah. Well, technically, I am gaming. I was just getting these headshots in.
ACL life, baby. Ladies and gentlemen,
ACL life.
PBM.
You get the fuck out.
Thank you, Mike. Peg and Artie, thank you both for your raffle entries. Which one of you is going to get the jersey, though, if you win? Peg or Artie? 5 people just got memberships from them, though. Robert Vandy, Tickle My... I'm not... See, like, how could YouTube approve that? Sharif Inani, Rich Samini's Crusty Tissue. That's another one that's like, that got approved. And CJ. By the way, Rich Samini will be on with us tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. So we'll do a training camp preview with Rich Samini of ESPN. More of your outstanding calls as we get set for a Garrett Wilson jersey raffle. Ladies and gentlemen, get close to your screen and look right into the camera.
I got my Iron UG. I hope you like my Jets take. You know they call me David T. It's not easy for me to see, but if you bring me full screen, you might like what I had to say. I'll need to get real damn close, cause my vision is dog shit.
Hi, Jake. I think I got some good stuff. Mr. Paul Green, I learned a little bit. I always learn stuff from your show. But when he had said about, the contracts for Sauce and Garrett Wilson and their young players, you don't pay them for what they've already established, but you're paying them for what they're going to do in the future. That really stuck a nerve for me. And, ducks in a row. And what is happiness? Happiness is a Jets win. And when it comes to the season, and I'm locked in on 8-9, I know it might be too much right now, but anyway, if they do the deal, it's going to benefit you and all your Jets podcasters, and you guys all deserve it.
David, you're the man. You deserve it. You're a diehard Jet fan. You deserve greatness as well.
Thank you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for David T.
I've got my eye on you. Checkmate me, full screen. It's fireball whiskey time. David motherfucking T.
Luppy writes in, how's the AC coming for Bobby? I was hoping Bobby would call in so we could thank the several listeners who, between the show ending yesterday and even this morning, donated a ton of money for Bobby to be able to purchase air conditioning inside his Vermont studio apartment, where Bobby has said he hasn't had AC all summer, and it's terrible to do that to his poor cat, poor Nala. But the update on Bobby's AC is we ordered him. Nick Shine did. He said it earlier today on his show. A bunch of people sent Nick money. I sent Bobby money directly through Venmo. There was an AC that was ordered for Bobby that should be there soon. So hopefully his cat's not dead. Hopefully Bobby actually signed his Wendy's contract. I don't know. All I know is to everyone who donated, I'm going to forget people, but Joanne, Luppy, Ted, I'm missing people. Anyone from Venmo or a couple people Zelled me. Your contributions were sent. Thomas, Steve, Sam, Jacob, Jack, everyone. Bobby has the money. So there you go. Hopefully he signs his Wendy's contract, though, right, Dylan Terraman? He's like an athlete. God, what a world. Mike writes in, is Beast still alive? He wasn't sounding too happy earlier. Well, Beast apparently had a date. I don't know how it went, though. I don't know if he is alive. He might not be. That's the thing. Speaking of people that may or may not be alive, ladies and gentlemen, Get ready for this because it has a chance to be an all-timer. Gator says, I think Big Cho might need an intro.
Yeah, it's nice. I like my recliner. No, I just called to check in. I don't like all those wrinkles on my head. I don't have that many wrinkles. My implants are coming in 3 months.
The Kardashian ones?
I put the jet gear on for you. Been running some errands early. Came home just chilling. Jake.
Big Cho, you're alive.
I'm alive, brother.
You look like you were sleeping, Big Cho.
Nah, I'm just laying back chilling.
You chilling?
Yeah.
What's new, Big Cho?
No, just calling in to see how you doing.
Seems like you have a lot on your mind.
Getting ready to go recruiting in Winston this weekend. Staying busy.
How's the podcast prep?
It's going. We're meeting on Monday and Tuesday for about 4 hours apiece, and should drop it on Wednesday.
8 hours of podcast meetings. Wow.
Yeah. Trying to get it done.
Do you believe you'll be able to get it done?
Yeah, I do.
Great. Is the meeting going to be a lot like this? Just lots of awkward silences?
Nah, man, we get it done, man. We work hard.
A lot of conversations happening.
Yep.
People talking.
People talking. People getting it done.
Ideas being shared.
Exactly. How you doing today?
I'm okay. I'm
Oh, I
chilling.
wanted to tell you, last night I couldn't sleep, so I went ahead and booked my flight and hotel.
Where are you staying?
I knew you'd ask me that. Somewhere near the airport in Newark.
Nice.
They said it's about a 10-minute ride, so I'd probably get an Uber unless you want to come and pick me up.
I don't actually own a car.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I left Houston, my lease was up, and I don't need a car living in Manhattan.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, maybe one of the Asmaniacs can pick me up.
If you had your choice of an Asmaniac to pick you up, Big Cho, who would you pick?
Beast.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a great answer.
Yeah, I like Beast, man.
Hey, Beast, would you pick up Big Cho?
I don't have a car. I don't have a license.
You don't have a license. How have you been able to get through life
You
without a
know,
license?
you know what you have to do to have everything in order. First hand, first come, first serve. You gotta have a license. You gotta have a car. You gotta pay for gas. Then you also gotta check the transmission. You gotta check your oil, your gas.
You mean something that every working American
Yeah,
for the most
that's
part
right.
does?
That's right.
So why
That's
can't
right.
you do it?
First of all, do I look like I can shit gold bricks from this? I don't.
Why can't you
shit
drive,
gold bricks
Beast?
Because people don't have time these days. We live in
That-
an ignorant society because people nowadays are too. Oh, it's pretty.
People don't have time these days, so that's why you can't drive.
Right, sure.
These are your words.
See, you don't seem to qualify up to standard par. See, where I live in an ignorant society because people out here in this neck of the woods of mine, they're arrogant to the core.
Hey, Beast, turn
They
your
don't
ring
know
light
about
on.
themselves.
Turn
They're
your ring light
ignorant,
on.
funny,
Turn
and
your
class.
ring light on. Gator says, turn your ring light on, jackass.
No. Hey, in the words of Happy Gomer, hey, buddy, you can wait your turn like everybody else and grab a stick.
Hey, Beast, a lot of people want you to get on that scale that Gator sent you. Any update?
You know what I had to have gone through today? I got screwed over.
Oh, what happened with your date? I thought
I
it
got
was she was
effed
real.
over. I got effed over. So you know
Oh,
what
wait,
I did?
who told you that was going to happen?
I just had a smelly, shitty feeling. So you know what I did to that? Let it go And where do they go? You save big money. You save big money when you shop Menards. Plumbing, electrical appliances too. Always come running and right at your shoe. You save big money. You save big money when you shop Menards.
Now, Beast,
That's
what's
right.
the deal with this date? What did you meet her in person?
Nope. She wanted something, and I'm like, nope.
Where
So
was she?
You know what that gets? Rejected. See ya.
Where was she?
I don't want nothing to do with it.
Well, you said that you had a date in the suburbs
And
around 11.
well, unfortunately, that turned out to be a big dun dun dun.
I want to hear what happened. So you showed
I
up
don't
for
know
this
what.
date.
I don't care about it anymore.
Did you meet this person in person?
Nope. Where did I go?
Did you meet her in person? Did you meet her in person?
Hell no!
So what happened? Where were you supposed to meet her?
I was supposed to go all the way over there, but unfortunately, she wanted something, and I wasn't falling for that.
So she wanted money before you guys met?
Nope.
Was she a man?
Nope. But I knew what she was looking for, and I'm not going to explain it. I'm not going to even talk about it.
Did you get catfished like Charles Gorman?
Nope.
Catfished? Gorman?
Nope.
Right.
You know what? If this is
catfish, Charles Gorman.
I don't care. I don't care
so
about.
You never met her in person.
She lied to my face. So unfortunately, no.
How do you know it was a she? I actually think it was a he.
Yeah, well, because I had it all figured out. So what do I do? Let it go. Let it go. Let it the hell go.
So you went to show up for this date.
I'm going to enjoy my day. Where did I go? Menards. Enjoyed my day. Went to food
Okay, so
place.
you went to Menards, but can we hear more about this date? You were hyping it up. You were talking trash to everyone that was doubting you, and now you didn't even go on the date. So what happened there, Beast?
From Fox, as he wants it,
Nope, you're muted. You either answer the questions or we can't proceed. You're just spouting nonsense.
The only nonsense I'm going to spew.
Nope, you're not spewing anything. You're not spewing anything. Nothing.
Oh.
No, nothing. You're spewing nothing. There's nothing for you to spew. Yes. Point at your rear end on mute. Thank you. Thank you, Beast. In the words of Harry Potter, abra-cadoodle.
Abra-cadoodle.
Beast, when you calm down and you tell us what happened, we'll bring you back someday. Big Cho, what do you think of all this?
Sometimes I don't get it, man. I don't understand him.
Yeah.
I still like him, though, but, you know.
Oh, I'm a big fan. Just sounds like he got catfished and doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, sounds about right. You got to be careful in the online dating.
Absolutely.
You never know. People always want something. Money, whatever. What about you in dating?
It's going. It's happening.
Oh, yeah? You got a girlfriend?
No.
Oh,
just chilling.
You just a player?
Just chilling, like Big Cho.
Oh, are you a player?
I'm married to the game.
I feel you. Lots of women, huh?
The Big Cho way of life.
Yeah, you gotta chill, man.
You ever been catfished?
Say what?
You ever been catfished, Big Cho?
Negative.
Really?
Nope.
Any advice for Beast who got catfished?
Just try to meet the people. Well, did he meet her online?
It's unclear where he met her.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say try to meet him in person.
It's a good point. I think he tried to, and then all of a sudden the rug was pulled out from under him.
Yeah, I feel bad for him.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, that's true.
Is it raining there, Big Cho?
Yeah, you can hear the thunder.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was pouring when I first got on. It stopped raining. It's just thunder now.
You getting drenched?
Nah, I'm in the crib chilling.
When are you not chilling, Big Joe?
I don't know. I just try to stay relaxed. I mean, I work hard and everything, but I try to stay relaxed.
I see.
What about you?
Yeah, I'm chilling.
I saw somebody just wrote, do I need an assistant coach?
Chef Kevin wants to know.
Yeah, for the Jake Asman team.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the head coach?
You are the head coach of the Asmaniac squad.
Nice. Yeah, I need an assistant.
Hey, Big Joe, when was the last time you gave a jet chant with real passion?
I don't know. I'm saving it up for when I get there in October.
Really? You're not going to do the jet chant once until then?
Probably not.
Oh, come on. I think the people need it to help promote the podcast, right?
No.
No?
Not today.
Next week, the podcast is coming out, though.
Yes, sir.
Don't you want the Jet fans that watch this show regularly to believe you got the passion?
No, I do got the passion. But again, the show's not going to be about the Jets.
But the first episode's about the AFL merger. That is the Jets.
Yeah, but it's not all about the Jets.
Yeah, but without the Jets, the AFL merger doesn't happen. You know that, Big Joe.
That is true. I'm passionate about them. The New York Titans.
Then the New York Jets, and then Super Bowl III champions, Big Joe.
That's right. I know all about it.
So where's the Jet champ, Big Joe?
Jets, Jets.
Again, louder.
Jets, Jets.
One more time, Big Joe.
Jets, Jets.
Yeah. Gator says, I think Big Joe might need an intro.
Big Joe.
Yeah, it's nice. I like my recliner. No, I just called to check in.
Big Joe.
I don't like all those wrinkles on my head. I don't have that many wrinkles.
We're talking about Big Joe.
My implants are coming in 3 months.
The Kardashian ones?
I put the jet gear on for you. Been running some errands early. Came home just chilling.
Big Joe.
Big Joe, bringing the energy there, folks. You can't find that anywhere else. The Big Joe show next week. It was delayed a week, but they got 8 hours of production on Monday and Tuesday combined. I mean, it's electric. It really is. How about an update on the Azie Awards for Best Beard? Who's going to win our latest award? Papa Jet in cruise control, 45% of the vote. Barbarossa, 36%. Coach Olbrich, 12%. Jets Jesus, 8%. Those are the top four. Hey, looking ahead to the two shows tomorrow, Best Takes. You got Kyle Clifton, Ricky NY, Chef Kevin, and Nate in the nominated slots for that award. And then second show tomorrow, Worst Takes. And it's the first category that features a recurring guest on the show. B-Mac, Frankie V, Gary, and JJ. I'm sure JJ vehemently disagrees with this. Now, Gary's takes, I don't even think Gary's sports takes are usually that bad. It just takes on the non-sport stuff that I think riles up people. Well, those are the two for tomorrow. But Best Beard is going on right now. Vote until the conclusion of the show, which is coming up shortly here. Garrett Wilson jersey. This is truly your last chance to be entered in that raffle. Gift the membership or send in a super chat if you want a chance to win this. Either green or white, and then you name the size, and we'll get it sent out to you. Big Fella says, Coach Cho, can I be on the team? Big Fella, your name's the Big Fella, man. We need a big. Of course Coach Cho's going to want you on the team. Man. I'm already seeing the hate for Frankie and his takes. Dylan tomorrow. Gary versus Tanky V in a 3 overtime thriller. Oh, my God. I think Frank might win that. I think Frankie V, Tanky V, I think he might beat out Gary for that because the sauce thing is so recent, and then they just paid him.
Luppy says, how's BMAC there? He's not on anymore because the awards are based on the last calendar year. And BMAC had one of the more infamous takes in the history of the show as a reminder for people. He says that he respects women because he goes to strip clubs. That's what he said, among other ridiculous things. But that's the one that people bring up the most. Hard to fathom that was actually said, but it was. There's plenty of others. Rick Kent says, Gary has his fans. Tanky's only fan is Gary. It is funny how those two like each other. It's kind of fitting. It really is. It really is. All right. I am putting together the raffle names right now. I'm doing 3 hours of radio tonight, so I got to go to our pre-show meeting for that. Plus, I got to put some sort of food in my body because I haven't had anything to eat really today, and I'm working till 10 p.m. Eastern tonight. You could listen on Sirius XM Channel 80 or 10:50 a.m. in New York or the ESPN app. Hit the radio button. You'll hear my voice. We're filling in for Amber and Ian. It's me and Mia O'Brien. And what's pretty cool about working with Mia is she's been on the show before, for those who remember. She's based in Jacksonville, covers the Jaguars. But I went to college with Mia. She was a couple years older. So I was the announcer for the Ithaca football team, and Mia was our sideline reporter when we did TV. So it's our first show on ESPN, and by happenstance, we got paired up together tonight, which is pretty cool. So that'll be from 7 to 10. We were talking a lot of NFL tonight, which is great. Got the TJ Watt signing, second-round pick news. We're doing top 5 fan bases in the NFL, ranking them, putting the Jets at 1. And that's just not because I'm a Jet fan. I truly believe it. This is the best fan base in the NFL. Find me a team that has been through more than we have as Jet fans, that is this resilient and back for more, and this passionate. You can't. We don't have our own stadium. We haven't been to the playoffs since 2010. Haven't won a division title since 2002. Haven't won a Super Bowl since 1969. And this fan base is insane. Peter says, Mia was a great guest on your Radio Row shows. Thank you, Peter. She was. So you remember. Clancy says, which radio tonight? 1050, Clancy, or just you can put on the 1050 on the ESPN New York app, too, if that's easier for you. There's plenty of ways to hear the show. All right. I think the people are ready for a Garrett Wilson jersey raffle. So let's give the people what they want. It's time to spin the wheel.
It's time to announce the winners of the weekly Asmaniac raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
Oh, yeah. Good luck to everybody. Reminder, we're going to do our weekly raffle. We're going to do that coming up on Saturday this week. So tomorrow will be the last day that you have for your chance to enter our weekly raffle, which features a Bill Parcells signed helmet. It features an Aaron Glenn signed helmet and a Rex Ryan signed 8x10 photo. Now, let's get to the reason why we're all still watching the Garrett Wilson jersey. If you win, email me or message me on the Discord, asmanjake@gmail. My email is in the description. I need your size, I need your address, and your actual name so it doesn't get lost in transit. Okay, good luck to all. Only one can win. I hit the shuffle button a lot already, but I'll do it again. And the winner is, let's find out as we spin the wheel. The winner of the award is, no way, Big Joe. Remember, you earn a ticket in the raffle when you call in, and Big Joe wins a Garrett Wilson jersey. Big Joe. Boom. Congratulations to Joe. And in honor of Joe's win, we're playing the theme one last time. Gator says, I think Big Joe might need an intro.
Yeah, it's nice. I like my recliner. No, I just called to check in. I don't like all those wrinkles on my head. I don't have that many wrinkles. My implants are coming in 3 months.
The Kardashian ones?
I put the jet gear on for you. Been running some errands earlier. Came home just chilling.
God, I wish Big Show was on the line. Imagine the enthusiasm we would get from him giving a victory speech on winning a Garrett Wilson jersey. I mean, we might have to tell Cho to calm down. He'd be so excited. Might have to tell him to relax. But Big Cho, congratulations. He's launching his new show, and now he's got a new jersey to go with it. Unbelievable. Hey, thanks to everyone who tunes in. Thank you to Boy Green who hopped on for the first hour of the show. Reminder, we have about 30 spots or so left already for our Chef Kevin, Jake Asman, Asmaniac meetup after Jets training camp on August 2nd. Cloverleaf Tavern, Chef Kevin's restaurant, where he's the head chef. We got a custom Jake Asman show food and beverage menu that Chef Kevin's preparing. We'll have raffles, giveaways. It's free to attend. It's going to be an awesome time. A bunch of you are going to be there. I can't wait. Let's go Jets. Let's go Asmaniacs. Shout out again to the Cloverleaf Tavern and Chef Kevin for making it happen. If you want to go, it's free. You got to RSVP, so make sure you do so by clicking the description link for that particular meetup. All right, let's officially declare a winner now in the Azzies, and then I got to run. The winner for the Azie Award for the best beard, a spectacular performance by the great Papa Jet. Hit it. Papa Jet with 43% of the vote. He wins the award for best beard, the Azie Award for the best beard. Congrats, Papa. Barbarossa in second place. Coach Brian Olbrich in third place. Jets Jesus in fourth place. Congrats to all. And especially congrats to Papa Jet. And quick reminder again, first show tomorrow, Best Takes is the Azie we vote on. Kyle, Clifton, Ricky NY, Chef Kev, the aforementioned Chef Kev, and Nate, parentheses Nate. And then second show tomorrow afternoon, the worst takes. B-Mac, Frankie V, JJ, and Gary are in for that one. With that said, thank you all who watched. My name is Jake Asman. 3 more hours of broadcasting is coming up tonight. So I will be exhausted tomorrow morning. So we need a lot of community engagement. We got Rich Samini coming on the show then. Until then, I will talk to you guys soon. Jets. Jets.
Welcome to Wendy's. Can I take your order?
Spicy chicken sandwich wrap with extra tomatoes and mayonnaise, extra pickle, large fries, double frosted cookies and cream, extra large with a spoon.
Are you kidding me, jackass? You expect me to remember that? How about a number 3 with a Coke?
Okay, I'll take 2 number 3s, extra pickle, add a Frosty, but half vanilla and a half chocolate.
Whoa, stop, meathead. Do I look like a friggin' mind reader? You gotta back off, pal. You'll get what you get. You don't like it? You can kiss my ass. Now take a seat and wait for your salad.
Hey, here's the deal. Just got no chance unless you click on that like button. And you gotta make sure you subscribe to the Jake Asman Show. You don't, you can get the f*** out. Now let's go, Asmaniacs. We're built for this shit.